The most important message to come out of last week's United Nations General Assembly gathering in New York wasn't Africa's call for greater vaccine diplomacy, or a plea for the world body to get more engaged in Myanmar. Rather, it was that Israel, now under new management by Prime Minister Naftali Bennett and his broad political coalition, is making serious contingency plans to move unilaterally against Iran, should it become necessary to do so. In his September 28 address before the UN General Assembly, Israel's new premier made it clear that the Jewish state continues to view the Islamic Republic's persistent nuclear ambitions as a truly existential danger, and that it is prepared to take military action on its own in order to thwart them if it feels it has no other choice. Such a step, it should be noted, has never been Israel's preference. Israeli policymakers have long maintained that diplomacy and multilateral pressure, or, barring that, collective action, are preferable methods for containing Iran's nuclear progress. This is so for obvious reasons. After some 2 decades of development, Iran's atomic enterprise is simply too vast, too distributed, and too complex to be eliminated outright by a targeted strike. That is why, on the rare occasions that they do speak of action against Iran, Israeli strategic planners make clear that the best they hope for is to cause temporary setbacks and complications to Tehran's path toward the bomb. Nevertheless, they are also acutely aware of the fact that Iran's nuclear program isn't standing still. Back in August, Israeli Defense Minister Benny Gantz warned publicly that the Iranian regime could be as little as 10 weeks away from nuclear breakout, that is, acquiring the weapons-grade material necessary to assemble an atomic weapon. In his remarks in New York last week, Bennett echoed this essential point. Over the past few years, Iran has made a major leap forward, in its nuclear R&D, in its production capacity and in its enrichment. Moreover, Tehran appears to believe that time is on its side. In the heyday of the Trump administration's maximum pressure campaign, concerted U.S. pressure on Iranian energy clients had succeeded in decimating the Islamic Republic's oil exports, driving them below 200,000 barrels of oil a day and wreaking havoc on the country's energy-dependent economy in the process. Today, the opposite dynamic is taking shape. The advent of the Biden administration brought with it a rollback of maximum pressure, and a relaxation of enforcement of secondary U.S. sanctions against Iran's trading partners. Predictably, this has resulted in a surge of new business for the Iranian regime.